I'll see my page if there's something left that I need to teach you guys. Okay, so there are one or two things left, still left. So I'll just show you how I've made these icons here. So these are basically images that I've placed. I downloaded these images online and I've used the same exact same. If you go to advanced and go to motion effects, you can see it's this is an animation which this is a motion effect which is roll in. When you reload the page, like when you it just rolls in like that. So when you like see it as soon as you scroll down and come to this section, it will roll in. So this is basically the animation roll in. And I have changed the height and width of each of these images, and to have this padding I've used the exact same concept of columns that I showed you, that we choose these inner sections and then we can have any number of columns we want. So based on that I have arranged them in the order of 5 and then 4. So I'll show you how to do this here. So we are on the about page, so we can go here and we can choose this intersection and place it down. So by default it will be 2. There'll be 2 columns here, so we'll add a new column and let's say add a new column and add a new column. So let's say we want to make it like 3 and 3 icons here and then 2 icons here. So once we have this ready, what we can do is we can just click on this and then we can do a duplicate. So it's going to make the exact same copy here. Then what we'll do, we'll delete one of these columns. Okay, so once we delete one column here, now we have 3 here, 5 columns here and then 4 columns here. So we can put, so these a border, these are just for the borders, these 2 here and these 2 here are just for the borders. So we can have 3 icons here and 2 icons here. So how do we do that? We go to the menu here again, we'll pick the image and place it there. Okay, and here now here in the image we can select whatever image we want. So what we do choose image, then upload files, select files. Now I already have some icons that I had downloaded, I can just use them directly. So insert media. Okay, so this is the icon, and if I see what size I've used a custom size of 71 by 90. So here also what I can do, instead of large, because since this is too large for an icon, I can go here and I can do custom and then 71 by 90, and if I do apply, you can see it comes in this very nice size. Similarly, let's do for the others. So here also we'll put an image and we'll choose an image, we'll go to upload files, select files, and let's say we want this Python here. Okay, so we'll do insert media and then we'll see. So these values I've just size I've just found out by some trial and error visual methods which size looks best. So these you can just play around and get to find your sweet spot. So we'll choose 75 by 75 here again. We'll go to custom and then 75 apply. Okay, so this is how these will come. Now if you see, the Raspberry Pi actually extends far down compared to Python. Okay, and if you don't like it, you can adjust it in a way that these look still somewhat like the same. So let's say I have another Python icon which I can just like copy here and then paste it here. So I have a copy of this. Okay, and let's say I have some more icons which are of the same dimension, like aspect ratio as the Python icon. So I'll paste this here. Here also I'll paste one, and then here also I'll paste one. Okay, so now that I just have 5 icons, and let's say I don't like how this Raspberry Pi is actually protruding down compared to this. So I can select here, I can go to advanced, and the same way we can increase the we can reduce the margin so that this moves up. So now if you see, it looks much better. Okay, now we want to add these transitions, so we click on one of them, we go here, we click on this and then you go to motion effects and whatever animation you want. So the one that I had used is roll in, which basically looks like this. Similarly, we can go here, advanced motion effects, and roll in. Ready for this, for everyone, each one of them will do. And I'm telling you, this is very easy to do this way. If you instead want to code it yourself, this is a hell lot of job. Okay, so that's one reason why using WordPress and Elementor is so good if you really want good animations, but you still don't want to code. Okay, so once you've done that, we'll update it, and then we'll come here and we'll reload. So here now you can see that these icons you know pop up just the way it did, just how it did in my case. Now there's one more thing that I have not taught you guys, and that is how to create these anchor points. So if I click on contact, it takes me to this contact section here. Okay, so how, so now I'll show you how exactly to do that. So here we'll again go back to the Elementor thing where we're editing, and we'll go to the menu, and then we'll choose this thing called as anchor. We'll just type in anchor. So this is menu anchor. Okay, so we want to place this anchor wherever we want to attract people to, wherever we want people to come. So we can like drag it and place it here. And now if we click on this, it will ask us for some ID, and for each anchor point we need to assign some ID. Okay, so let's say this is contact, so and the IDs should start with hash. So we'll put hash, and then let's say we want to name it as contact, so we named it as contact and we updated it. Okay, now I'll show you how to create these menus on top, that if you click on it, it will bring you to this get in touch, this contact section. Okay, so this is all done for now. So our home page is about to take its shape. It's almost ready. There's still a lot of things that you can try on and implement. See, WordPress is all about exploration. And how I learned, I just saw one or two videos on YouTube, and I just learned some very basics. Okay, like I didn't find any video which explains you everything, and there's no video which can explain you the whole thing. The point is, it's just a tool. Okay, in the end, it's not like a coding where it's not like coding or something where people have to teach you something. It's all about exploration. It's just a tool. You just have to go to this menu and try to explore each one of these. Just try to add certain things and see how things work. If you don't like this gallery, you can try something else, like image box might be a good option for you or something. So it's all about exploration, how you explore and what you find the best. So now, okay, so enough talking. Now we'll go and make some menu. So here, if I click on contact, it will take me to another page. We don't want that. We instead want it to take it to our contact. So we'll go to the dashboard, and here we'll go to appearance and we'll go to menus. Okay, so there's already this menu here which has this home, about, services, project, contact. So we don't want this. We'll create our own menu. So we'll just do a delete menu here. Okay, and we'll do okay. So now that the menu has been deleted, we'll create our custom menu. So we'll put this name as just menu. There's nothing fancy about it. We just want one menu, so we can just name it as menu. And then here we'll go to custom links on this side, and here we want to put links for each menu. So let's say I want three icons. Okay, like three different things in my menu. So first is home page. So if you see my web page, I have three different things. So one is portfolio, blog, and contact. So let's say I want to recreate this website. I'll actually, yeah, it's better if we just recreate this whole website. So it's portfolio, blog, and contact. So we'll create these three. Okay, so first link will be portfolio. Okay, and portfolio URL does not exist for now, so let's leave it. We'll just put contact, and this, if you remember, was hash contact. Okay, so this is basically I'm saying that if I click on contact, you should take me to this link, which is basically this anchor point link. And if I do add to menu, so this has been added successfully. So I do save menu. So the menu has been saved now.
So now we'll go to manage locations, and it will ask us whether we want to leave this or not. We'll say leave, and then here in the primary menu we'll select the menu as menu. So this is the name of the menu that we created, and then we'll click save changes. Okay, so now if we go to our website, we can see that we have got rid of all the extra stuff and we only have contact, and we have a button here and a logo here that we'll learn how to remove. Now we'll go to the dashboard, and then now we want to create our custom header, so we'll go to elements kit and then header footer. So here you can see there is no custom header yet, so we want to create one, so we'll do add new, then title we'll name it as header, type is header, condition entire site, keep this on, and then save changes. Okay, so now that this is there, we'll go to quick edit. Okay, no, actually we'll do cancel and then we'll go to edit and then edit content. So this is basically where we'll be placing our header. So I'll try to replicate the header that I have used. So I'll be having some text here and then the menu here. Okay, so what we'll do is here we'll go to this plus sign, and since we have two elements 1 and 2, we'll select this section. So here you can see we already got like two sections here, so here we'll place some text here. So we'll drag and drop that, and here let's say we want to write learning WordPress. Okay, and let's say we'll change the font again. We'll go to typography and then transforms, capitalize, then family, let's say we want it to be a little fancy, so we'll choose, let's say we'll take this Allura. Okay, and so that is done. Then we'll go to content, and let's say we want this to be here in the center, so we do that, and let's say we want to keep the background black, so we can select this whole thing and then we'll go to style. So this is actually I'm actually here selecting the whole section. Then I'll go to style and then to the background type I choose this classic, and then the color we can choose as black. Okay, so now the background is black. Now we'll select this text and we want this to be white, so we'll go to style and then typography, I think, no, yeah, text color, and then we choose white. Okay, so now this works, or if you want blue or something, we can choose it, whatever we want we can choose. Okay, now here we want to add the menu, so what we do here, we'll search for menu. Okay, so you can see this EKIT nav menu. So there are two nav menu. One is this, so this one has this locked symbol here. We can't really use it because this is available only in Pro. So as I told you, we are using a third party which replicates the same thing, and this is available for free. This is from the EKIT Elementor kit something. So we just pick and place it here, and so now our menu is ready. So if we update this and we refresh the page, we should be seeing some changes. Okay, yeah, so here we can't really see anything, and that is because okay, we have not selected any menu, so sorry about that. So here, yeah, so here we'll have to select the menu that we had created. So we'll select menu here. Okay, so now this menu will appear, and here I think we'll have to configure the text color. So text color is black, so we can't really see it. So we'll select this and we'll turn it white. Okay, so here you can see contact is visible. Now if we want, we can go here and go to typography and change the family of the text to, let's say, Haveltica, and let's say we want this to be fully capitalized, so we'll go to style and then no, sorry, we'll go to transform, and then we'll go to upper cases. Okay, so now we have contact nice and ready. That's it. And then if we update this and go here, so now this should be visible, as you can see. But okay, there's one more thing, that it's actually better to open this in a private window, because otherwise, you'll have this bar on top, which will really hinder what so it won't really show you how exactly it's going to look. So it's better we copy this, and then we'll open a new window, private window. So here we'll open this website. So now you can see that that bar is gone, so you can see how exactly it will look when somebody else is going to open this. Okay, so if you see, these are not really aligned, so this is a little upward, this is a little raised compared to this. So what we can do to counter that, we'll go back here, and so here we will, sorry, yeah, so we want to use, so we'll use the margin feature. So we'll turn this off, and then on the top side we'll increase this, okay, so that they both become aligned. So now if you see, they look pretty aligned, and I think this is good enough. There are tons of other feature also that you can try out here. So it's all about exploration. If you can, like, try and explore what way you like things to be. So that's the thing. And here also you can choose the positioning, which way you want. Position is default. These things you can leave it for as default also. This is cool. And another thing I want to tell you is, so now if I go here and if I scroll down, you can see that the header does not stick out. And yeah, if we reload this, now you can see it's fine. One second. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to update it. That's why it didn't actually come and align. So here, so very important point, always update after you make some change. And I think it's better if we make this left shifted, like left indent. So we can indent it towards the left and then update it, and we go here and refresh it. Now the changes should be there. Yeah, so this is now left indented, and this is the menu contact. So now if we click on contact, it takes me there. So that's the beauty of these anchor points. Now in order for the sticky header effect to work, we need to install another plugin. So we'll go to we'll just go to the dashboard. We'll remove all this and go to the dashboard. We'll go to plugins and then add new, and here we'll type sticky header effect. Then I think it should come up. Yes, so this is sticky header effect for Elementor. We need to install this. So now it's installed, we'll activate it. So now that this is done, we'll go back to the header footer, and here we'll do edit with Elementor. Okay, so now that we have the header, we'll select this section, and if you go to advanced, now we can see this sticky header effect thing here. So we can enable this. Okay, now here we have a lot of things to configure. So if we want, we can have this header transparent in the initial times, and then later as we scroll down, it will become black. So for that, we'll do transparent header on. Header background, choose a background color after scrolling. Yeah, so initially this will be transparent. The only thing will there will be the text and the menu text. Basically both the text will be there, and then as we scroll down, it will become black. So header background will choose, and the color will take it as black. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so, and shrink bottom border, these things we don't need to do. We can just do this, we can turn on, this is better, and then we'll do update. Okay, so now if you go back here and reload this, so here if you scroll down, you can see that this stays here. But one second, you can see that this color is not transparent initially, and that is because we had chosen the background color as black. So it's like there's already a black screen present behind it. So initially it's actually transparent, but since there is a black screen behind it, that's why you're able to see this black initially. So we'll fix this first. So we'll go here, and on the style we'll choose this color, and then we'll clear it. Okay, so initially we don't want any background, and then if we update it and go back and reload the page, so now you can see there's no header initially, and as we scroll down it is there. And also this header now is now sticky. So yeah, so there's one more thing that I need to teach you guys, and that is how to edit this footer. So if you see, it's too much of details given here. So if you see my header, I'll show you. So if I show you my website, here I have just copyright and then Abdur Rahman Kalim 2020. So to do that, what we'll do, we'll go to our website first on the yeah, so we want to go to our website, so we'll remove all this. Let's go here. And then here we'll go to customize. Okay, so not with we will not go to edit with Elementor, we'll instead go to customize. Here we will go to footer bar, and then here you can see there's so much of text, so we'll remove all the unnecessary stuff and we'll keep only what we need. Okay, so this text will do none, we'll keep only one text, and so here we can name it as learning word WordPress. Okay, so copyright C 2020, and then let it load. Think, and if we do publish, so it has now been published. So you can see copyrights 2020 learning WordPress code. So now we'll go back to our website and compare it with mine, and then we'll see if there's something left. I think this is enough. So we have this button here, we have the title, subtitle, we have the menu initially transparent and it becomes black as we come down, and then we have the gallery, about, we have this nice animation, and then these also grow, and then we have this copyright thing. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention, if you go to my website and if you hover on top on these icons, these also grow, whereas if this is not the case in ours. So we'll fix that too. So we'll go to edit with Elementor, and now we'll come down to these. So we'll select one of these, and then we'll go to style, and here I think we have to go to advanced. Yes, we'll go to advanced, and then motion effect, and no, I think it was style only. Yeah, so here if you go to style, you can see it's normal here. So now what we'll do, we'll come down and we'll select this, and yeah, so if you go to style, here you can see this is normal, this is hover. So if you go to hover, you can see there's this hover animation. So currently it's none, you can make it grow. So now if we go on top, this will grow in size. Okay, similarly we can do the same to others also. So we'll go here, hover, and then hover animation, grow. Okay, this also grows. Similarly for the others also we can do, and grow, update. And since these are same, I can simply just copy and paste. So I can do copy here, I can delete this and then paste this here. Similarly I can go here, delete this and then paste this here. So now if I go on each one of these grow. Okay, now we'll update this, and We'll refresh our website and then we'll see if everything works fine. Okay, so the animation is working perfectly. We come down, gallery is there, it switches automatically. Then this works. Even these icons grow in size, and these also work cool. So I think we are done with our the home page, and we'll go and compare it with mine. So contact is there. Since we don't have other pages, I haven't included anything yet. So I think we are done with our home page now.